Yo, it's your boy Terrence O'Sales, aka John O. Snow, aka Big T. This is D&T podcast. What's up? What's up, Squirrel? What's up,
What's
member?
up, members?
Hey,
Hello, gang.
we got state rep candidate Thomas J. Harris Jr. on here tonight. I had my man on here last week, man. I had to bring him back. I love this energy, man. Introduce yourself, Thomas.
Thank you. Hey, everybody, I'm James Harris Jr., residing in Burton. I'm running for 70 district state representative. Looking here to do good things. I'm an outside influence, looking at everything at a broad scope. So I'm not biased to one person or one party here in the city of Flint or Burton or Grand Blanc, nothing like that. I'm here to do a good job, be an honest person to each and every person I come across.
Hell yeah.
Okay, then.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Let's get to it. Hey, Thomas, I ask everybody to come on here, man, especially if they running for a public office, man. What would be your plan with the water, man? I know you can't control the quality of water, but what would be your plan to get us some better rates, man? What could you try to, you know what I mean? Try to implement, you know?
Well, to answer that first part you said about cleaning the water, there's a way you can clean the water up naturally. If you bring in, you can bring in oysters, because oysters help clean water up.
Oysters?
In a natural environment.
Okay.
Oysters do. Oysters help clean water in a natural environment. But you could put oysters in there because they will help taking some of the chemicals and algae away and make the water pure over time. So that's one way you could do it. Now, as far as the rates go, stuff like that, I don't know what the rates are because I'm not on the Flint water system. But as we discussed last time, with that water being so high, all the money they bring in, but all the other candidates want to bring in so much value, bring in water and use some of the resources to pay out that water bill and figure out what's going on with the water. And then we need to locate where all this money go to that came into the city of Flint, because it ain't being used to fix the water problem here. And then we're gonna get down to the nitty gritty, start calling out names, calling out names, pointing fingers, and holding people accountable for what they didn't do and what they did do.
I mean, I got a question too, real quick. Only during election time, like we should be focusing. That's like when somebody in prison, like they say all the things that they're gonna do when they get out, you know, and then when election time, I mean, when it's time for them to get out, they go a whole different other way. Like I feel like that's part of, like, you know, politics. Like when you elected or trying to be elected for something, you still have to go through the loops, through the runarounds, through the rat race. My thing is, how are we gonna focus on our economy, economics, because we're economically uneducated, economically oppressed. More likely, like there's an in crowd that has control over the system that's designed for us, and they're turning the narrative around because it's for the people. But like you said, there's activity going on where we're not seeing the community fundings, and nobody's going to take responsibility. I told John this earlier. A manipulator's not going to tell you they're manipulating you.
Absolutely.
Right. So that question, so understanding, it was all the money game. And if you were investing something, if you were going to put money in something and expect something back, and then you don't get nothing back from it, are you going to keep putting money into it? No, you're not.
You're already
So when it comes to our education, but when it comes to our education, though, it's a numbers games, because the same way they look in Detroit, they look at Flint, and Lansing, they look at how many people are graduating from these schools that we keep trying to put money into it. How many people are actually going on doing something? And if the people ain't graduating, they're not gonna keep putting money into school funding, because they're just a waste of money. What's the point of keep putting
our
money
education system don't teach us economics, though. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but our educational system do not teach us economics.
I know they don't, because if there's nobody in the schools graduating, people keep dropping out, they're not gonna keep put keep put money into the system no more. They see it as a waste of money. So we got to talk to our parents, our teachers, and our children, and make them go to school. Enforce that. You can't really enforce it, but you can make them go to school to get the funding. Because if we got more people graduating, more numbers, then they see like, okay, they taking this, then put the money back into the school. And then from
No,
there, you put the education system back in place. The home economics, thing like that we had in school before they took away. Because when numbers start going down, they take away the things that's most important. Because I know when I went to school back in my day, I took home ec, I took economics, I took history. That's because we had people in school back then graduating. But you look at the graduation rate now, how many people are graduating from these schools?
It's real low. I tell you that.
It ain't high. It ain't
Right.
low.
we don't even have no schools for them to graduate from, though. So that's eliminated. But I think you
I
misunderstood
know,
what I was asking.
if ain't nobody in the schools, ain't no they got to go put money in there. It's just a money game to them. It's a money game.
If you close the schools, I mean, then there's no. You get what I'm saying? See, again, there's no responsibility on the higher end. When they do something, they're not responsible for it. It's everybody else's responsibility when they took oaths and dedicate themselves to take responsibility for it. Just like the money that we said it, money's missing. City money missing. City fund is missing.
Mm-hmm.
The community never seen none of that money.
Hey, that's my next question. I'm glad y'all brought up the schools. Because engaged rep will offer engaged state rep will offer solutions and attend public events. Would you attend school board meetings and offer solutions if you was elected? Okay.
Of course.
Can you elaborate a little bit?
I will. I mean, like I told you before, we got people don't know. Like people just see University of Michigan sitting right there, but they don't know it's Ivy League school here in the city of Flint. And when I say Ivy League school, I ain't talking your private ones from your Princetons, your Harvards, your Yales, your Dartmouth, your Brown, your Penn, your MITs. What's the other one? And there's one more. Brown, and Cornell. Yeah, those are 8 private Ivy League schools. The 8 public Ivy League schools in America are Michigan, William and Mary, Duke University, University of North Carolina, Miami of Ohio, Texas Austin, and Cal Berkeley. We got a public Ivy League school, number 1 in the city of Flint. Most people don't realize that, and that block
right
M carries some heavy weight in the world. Right downtown.
You say that M. You say that M is powerful, huh?
And so, man, that M. Look, I don't talk to people. It's block M is heavy. I'm talking about real heavy in the world.
Okay.
So if you got that right sitting right here, you can. They take classes. You can go to Mott. You can graduate from your high school, transfer right over to the University of Michigan, and be right in there. They had made it so affordable that if you come up that don't make $65,000 in 1 year, you can go there tuition free.
Where that's at?
The same degree you would get. Michigan.
You can go there tuition free.
If you come from a family that don't make $65,000 in a year, you can go to University of Michigan for free, for tuition assistance free.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's good to know, brother. I didn't know that.
If you go on,
that's some great information.
You go on the home website. Yeah, you go on the home website and go look it up. People think because Michigan and Ann Arbor is so expensive that all the other ones are the same way. But what they don't know is that these 2 campuses here in Flint and Dearborn, they were designed and made for the auto workers alone.
Okay.
That's what they was there. They were putting it for the auto workers. So it's not like the GPA really hard to get in there. I ain't trying to brag or nothing like that.
But I'm saying the economic standards that we set in for our community is not like, again, reality. So a lot of these kids might not even make it through high school. Not saying that it's that bad or but tragic events happen, things happen. People die every day by calculated seconds. I'm saying the community has not seen its expectations or its highest, like all we see is abandoned buildings, abandoned burnt houses, this, that, and other. Like our north side, east side, west side, Senate seats and people who standing for these council member boards and wards and stuff like that, they're not contributing nothing back to our community but faith and believing they're gonna get it done the next time around. Or again, it's like a rat race. What are we gonna How we gonna
Okay,
build
I
a
get.
community? How we gonna push these kids
I
to go to college?
okay. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. That's a internal problem that we gotta fix within the community itself, and outside problem as well. Like I said, we can bring all the money in. I have no problem with. I got no problem bringing the money in. But once the money is there, how you gonna make it? How you gonna influence the kids to do it? Because if you don't change the mindset to make them go to school, parents don't enforce them to go to school. Economically, if we keep putting the resources there, and even with us ourselves, you don't see a lot of black businesses because let's be honest, we are our own worst enemy. We really are. How many businesses you go in and people are rude to you? Your customer service is rude to you. Do you want to keep shopping? No, you don't appreciate that.
I think it's
So then you
because
go other
we
places
don't
spending
have the
money. Now
opportunity.
I'm
The
not
banks
saying
is not giving us business loans like they giving other ethnicities. We don't. Black people can't go in the bank and say, "Hey, on my signature, I need $50,000 for this business. Here goes my blueprint. Let's make it happen." You Chaldean, you can do it.
then
If
that's
you
something
from
that
China, you can do it. If you
okay. Then that's
from
something that we're going. If that's
Yeah,
something we're going to look into, then that's something we're going to get down dirty and look into it. Then I'm with you about that because my mom lives down in the Southfield area. I see a lot of liquor stores about them Middle Easterns. So I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. So we're gonna get down to it and look and see. Hey, how come they can't get businesses here? How come these
because
businesses can't be
because
open? Because if ain't like you said,
we
if
don't
ain't nobody in the
understand
past,
the constitutional. We don't understand we constitutional. Like our rights is violated all the time. Like it's amazing how you don't know it's happening, so you can't say it's being done if you're not aware. You get what I'm saying? But the people that do know,
yeah,
we don't even have enough common sense to tell. People like, hey, hold on, like stick up for each other. Like, listen, like you deserve to be this or have, like, you know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
We'd rather take
So
from
okay, so
their
in that regard, I thought
ignorance.
about this. Yeah, so
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I thought about that as well. We can use billboards in the city to put up laws to say this is your Fourth Amendment rights, this your First Amendment rights, your Second Amendment rights, Third Amendment rights. You could put on TV, you could put across the radio, you could put billboards. This is why we need the education. If kids go to school and learn these type of things. There's different avenues
That's
that could be
that's
taken.
that
But
is a must.
like
We
you
have
said,
to learn law. We have to learn law.
yeah. So that goes back to the past people in the past, because I ain't been one of those people. I say I'm on the outside looking in. Those are just small things that can be done to educate our people. Because that old saying goes, you want to hide information from a black person, put it where?
Put it in the book.
In a
Yeah,
book.
put it in the book. Of course.
Put it in a book. But now but like I told my man Joe, I told my man Joe, in this day and age, there's no excuse for nobody not to have an education because they giving it away for free. They giving it away
Absolutely.
for free.
Absolutely.
They
Absolutely.
giving it,
That's
and
right.
if Frederick Douglass, Josiah Henson, who's actually his name, officially Uncle Tom, if they can go to school in slavery and risk their life, there's no reason no black man, no black woman, no black child, boy or girl should not go to school and get an education that's free.
Hey man, I came
Ain't
home
no
from the
excuse for it.
penitentiary. I came home from the penitentiary. I got two degrees right now. You know what I'm saying? I went straight to college when I came home. You know what I mean? And like you say,
See, so
you can get it. It's out there for you. You know what
you
I'm
can
I
saying?
get
got
it.
It's out there for you.
You can get it. So
I
so
just
no
wanted I
reason
just
why.
wanna
There's no reason.
relate though. Even the people that don't have it, just because I feel like they say ignorance is no excuse of the law, but just because you don't know the law, don't mean you should. If a person don't know it, don't mean the other person that do know it have the right to misuse or mistreat the person for not knowing the law. Like, and that
No, they
happens too
shouldn't. They
much.
shouldn't. And you're right. They shouldn't do that. That's just that person's evil intentions and heart inside. But we got,
That's
if
the
you got
system. That's
libraries,
the
they got
system
books.
downtown. That's what I'm talking about. Like, if we don't have people policing people, then they know they can get over on. Like, if you got a business, right? If you got a business, say you got a business with your mom. Now, you're not gonna go against your mom because the customer is unhappy, and even though she's wrong, you're still not gonna go against your mama.
Wow. I mean, that's that's a that's a
Human,
situation you only have
human.
to experience.
That's
Huh?
your business. That's your job. These your coworkers. This your whatever. You're not going against these people for a customer, even if the customer is right, even if the people is right, the government is not going to go with, against their own for the people for their rights. And that's just like the balance that we like. Companies are more important than actual people right now. It's sad.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, Thomas, you familiar with that helicopter that the city of Flint is currently leasing? You familiar with
Yeah, we
that?
talked about that last time. Yeah,
Okay. Now check this
not
out.
in full detail.
Okay, now let's check this out, right? Would you okay, we trying to make an impact on crime. Let's just face it, we got to make an impact on it. Um, would you
Right.
would you rather continue for them to lease that helicopter for 300,000? I think every 6 months, or hire some people, buy some drones and some cameras, and hire some people to monitor the drones and cameras. Um, I mean, you know what I mean? Which one you think gonna be more effective? The helicopter or some drones and cameras, and then that'll make some jobs at the same time. Hire some people to monitor the cameras and the drones. What you think?
We could do both. You could do both. If you
Because I
leasing the
don't think that
helicopter at 300 grand for every 6 months,
I don't think that helicopter,
you can
man,
use the money.
effective, man.
To hire those.
Right,
Huh?
right. No, I
You
said I
said it's
don't
not
think that
effective.
helicopter effective. Like you said, that'll bring some jobs.
Well, see, like I tell you, once you lease it out, if they don't use it effectively, that's on them. You just got 300 grand. Take
Right.
300 grand and use it to hire some people to do the drone work. So now you making money, you still employing workers, and you getting the job done at the same time.
Ain't body cameras legally supposed to be on every officer in the
Yeah.
county?
Yeah.
What? Why every officer ain't got body cameras? That's what they first need to work on, the
Do they
law.
do they
Because
do they even wear body camera in Flint? Do they
no,
wear it?
no, no, they ain't funded them the money for the body cameras yet. So
I'm
they
That's
need
what
to
it
work
is.
on that.
That's
Yeah.
what it is. The department's not gonna don't got enough money. They don't have the body cameras. That's what it is. You know what I mean?
I don't
All
see
that
pay
money,
how,
all
bro.
that money they got
and
the
then you
city
can, if
council
you
to
got
spend.
300,
That's what they need to be doing. Body cams, drones, and cameras. You know,
At least
help
get
crime.
body
yeah. So if
cameras.
they got
So
300 grand, how come they can't buy the camera then? If they got
I don't know,
300 grand
man.
coming, how come they can't buy the camera? See,
they
that's
Man,
bought
what
they
we
got
get down
man.
to. We got to figure out what's going on.
Man, tell you the truth, I see it like this. Instead of the chief of police going in front of the city council and ask for 300,000 to lease a helicopter, why he didn't go in front of the city council and ask for 14, 15 million and hire some more police? You know what I'm saying? Get some more police vehicles and get some more
Flint
bodies.
is not that big, bro. Flint
I
ain't
mean,
that big for like us to
that's why
be
I don't
like
need no helicopter.
again. Like we
Yeah.
didn't have the same policing staff. Look how long Sheriff Pickle stayed on the sheriff in the county.
Forever, forever in the day.
That's not the problem. We didn't have this. Like we
Who keep
got the
voting on him?
capacity, huh? You say what?
Mm-hmm. Who keep voting
We
them
got
in? Isn't his position to vote for the
that.
position?
Okay, once you sheriff, I think they have like the elections was like so secret and capacitated. Like it wasn't that many people in the city. You know, again, I wasn't grown at the time, so I mean, I was in jail probably or in prison, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Who kept voting them in? But when nobody really, you know, our older grown folks, they was just going with what was told to them. That was what you supposed to do. Do what you're told. You get what I'm saying? Never question. Don't question it. Just do it. We got to get out of that. We got to question this shit because we put ourselves in a predicament where now we don't have the common sense to move and think for ourselves to build an efficient community. Not even a community. I ain't even gonna say like a race of people. We don't even have enough to build just our own community. Mental capacity.
That's
It's
why
it's, it's
we
bad.
gotta change the mind of how we thought.
We do, but
We
we
gotta
can't be
change the mindset
biased.
how we
We can't be
and we
we
no. It
can't
ain't
be
about
biased.
it ain't about it ain't about
Again,
being
you got
biased.
to
We just
blame
gotta
your
change the
mama if she
mindset.
wrong. Okay, you got to say, "Mama, you wrong, sir. Let me help you."
Dude,
Again,
I got no
Tell
problem
your
with that.
mama whoop your
I'm
ass.
not quarreling
no,
with you.
no, right or wrong, right is
I have
right
no
and wrong is
problem with
wrong.
you. I got you. I'm not with you. I with you. When it come to your mama, you not gonna front your mama in front of nobody. You gonna pull her to the side behind closed doors and tell her she wrong. Then you ain't gonna do it in
Right
front
is
of
right
everybody and
and
embarrass your mama.
wrong is
In this
wrong.
situation, we talking
If
about
she's
something totally
supposed to
different.
know
We ain't
and
talking
she
about your
know
mama.
that she's getting, if she know, if she don't know she's getting over, then you're not embarrassing her because maybe she didn't know. What you're doing is conspiracizing.
And as I said, if she didn't know, then you correct it. I got that. I understand that, bro. I understand it.
Okay.
Even with the people we got in office now, we know they doing wrong. Don't keep voting for them then. And then you're supposed to hold them accountable. People don't know these type of things. If I'm a state rep, then yeah, I'm gonna let it be known. There's actions you can take to get rid of these people and put the people you want in place. Obviously, they said the right thing at the right time, and people went with it, and they put them in the office. So if you don't want
Right.
them there no more, next time we come up for elections,
The real
don't check
voters
that box
are
for that person
electoral.
and put somebody else in there.
The real voters are the
Huh?
electorals. We don't have the real voters are electorals. We don't have position to go in there and we don't even what's on the ballots. Like who made
For like,
these rules and these laws on the we didn't have no say so in that. They came up with all that.
oh, what are you talking about, bro?
And you saying going to vote, go to
For like
vote, go to
for
vote.
what election?
Have that ever been the answer?
I mean,
Oh, you got me confused. You're talking about who came? You say electoral. I mean, you presidential elections
you talking about
or
the
this city?
presidency. You talking about the presidency. Gotta
I'm
be.
talking about any vote. Like when you turn them ballots in, you don't know. Like you don't know.
Well, okay, on a city level, on state level, there is no electoral. That's the people voting.
I know
On a
that's the
national
people, but I'm
level, the
saying
only thing that's
any vote though,
electoral.
when you turn in your ballot, you don't know. You just turning it in like you told.
Well, I don't know. Hey, yeah,
So when you go
I ain't gonna.
vote, when you go vote,
I'm gonna say it don't apply to this. Tay. That's
It
that
don't.
presidential shit.
It
I'm
don't.
just saying the people gonna vote. You know what I'm saying on the county level, the state level, the city level. You know what I'm saying. It ain't no electorals or none of that shit. You know what I mean?
No, I'm just saying how the whole system is. If y'all break down the whole system and just put it like even at the smallest, even the smallest magnitude, to the highest, to the Capitol, to the president's house, it's y'all see the system. Y'all know what I'm saying. It's a system.
Hey,
It's a system.
hey Thomas, man. Let's get back on track. Look, right. So, what if you elected, right? What legislation bill you plan on working on soon as you get there? So you get elected
I told you I
and
got one
you
in
go
place.
you
I'm
headed down the
already
line. So what you plan on working on?
that rule of engagement law. I'm putting that for one of the first things I place on paper is that rule of engagement law. You cannot.
What's that? Can you
Officers
elaborate?
cannot
What
fire
is
their
that?
weapon. Yeah. So
Open carry
in the
gun.
military, we got rules of engagement, right?
Okay.
So and we got rules of engagement. Well, you in the rules of engagement in the theater, you can't fire your weapon at the enemy unless they fire at you first. Please officer, oh, I was scared for my life before I fired my weapon. I thought he had this, I thought he had that, or he did this and that. No. Unless your life is in imminent danger, they fired a weapon at you, attack you with some type of weapon that can seriously kill you, take body harm from you, then you had no excuse to use your weapon, deadly force in that nature. No excuse. That rule, it'd be like a rule of engagement law for officers. They can't fire their weapon unless they fired upon first.
So you basically saying so the rule is gave it's gonna apply to police officers?
Civilians
Yes.
too. They
I'm
apply
glad
to
you said that.
civilians to carry.
I'm glad you said that. You
You want to
familiar
apply
with
this abilities?
you familiar with the Brandon Calloway thing that happened down in shit, Oakland, Tennessee? He supposedly allegedly ran a stop sign and he pulled up in his driveway in the house and they went behind him and whooped him. You familiar with that?
Yeah, they say that he they say he was going 32 miles in the neighborhood, tried to elude the police, and then went up in the house, and then it was like 3 or 4. His girlfriend recorded the video of them beating like that. Now that for a traffic violation, that's too much. That's way
I
too
got it.
much. That's
Hold on.
unnecessary.
Check this shit out. Check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Stop! Brandon! 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 Stop! Stop hitting him! Stop hitting him! Stop! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop! 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 Stop it! Stop! Why are you chasing him and hitting him? He has no weapon! He has no weapon! Why are you chasing and hitting? He's beating him and chasing him! He has no weapon, sir! There's no weapon! They're being aggressive! I have all of this on video! Okay, no, I need to record this! No! You will not! Don't put your hands on me!
Police business. Let's find out what this police business is about in a minute. But the reasons why they jumped into this guy's house is over a stop sign, and there's even more details past that. Let's watch more.
Bring me my phone, Zaria. I need to call my mom. I need to call his mom. What are you doing here? Hurry! Stop hitting him! Stop! Brandon, stop! Resisting! Brandon, just stop resisting! Just stop! Just stop! No! Just get on the ground! Get on the ground, Brandon! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get off of this man!
Afterwards, lying on the ground, half dead. Let's keep it real. So this is what the police are saying happened. They said that on Saturday around 7:30 p.m., a 25-year-old Brandon Calloway failed to stop at a stop sign and drove, get this, 32 miles an hour in a 20-mile-an-hour zone. Officers said that they tried to pull him over. He refused to stop and instead drove half a mile to his home and started running into the house, reaching into his pockets, because of course that's what happened, yelling, "This is my expletive house." And I did stop for the stop sign. It's the police story. Calloway is charged with evading arrest, resisting arrest, disorderly conduct, and speeding. Now, his attorney, Andre Wharton, is disputing all these allegations, of course. This is what he said.
Hey man, all this over silver infraction, man. They went up in that man's house like he had a AK and a bunch of cocaine or something, man.
You see, it was like 2 officers only involved, and then it was like
it was
2
3
more
of them,
came.
man.
It was 2 more probably came and just jumped in the situation, not even knowing what the fuck. You feel me? Again, that's weird.
Yeah, that's weird, man. Officer Dickhead number 1, Dickhead number 2, and Dickhead number 3, man. That's that right there, man. They did wrong, man. A civil infraction, bro. A fucking civil infraction, man, at best. And they said people used to yield at that stop sign. It's in a dead end or something, man, down by his house, man. At that point, when he pulled in the driveway, they already ran his plates. They knew who he was. And obviously they know where he lived
Right.
at. Everything registered to him in his house. Let him, you know what I mean? If you feel you gotta sit out there and wait, or
Mm-hmm.
y'all know where he at. That's what I don't get with these
You
police,
know
man.
exactly where he ran, and that wasn't their procedure. They were supposed to sit in there and contact whoever they needed to contact for a warrant, whatever judge, and then pursue with a warrant if that's what
Mm-hmm.
they wanted to do. But that again, people human, like out of character. Once that bad energy started frequency, everybody got into the bad energy, so it caused that kind of condition.
What you think about that, Thomas?
Before I make any quick rash and judgment, of course I'm in favor of the brother. I ain't gonna lie and be biased, say I ain't, because I know police officers make up BS all the time to cover their asses. So I mean, ain't no
Yeah,
evidence,
yeah, they
because
lie,
if it
man.
really
Police
did
lie.
happen, there'd be evidence already shown.
Oh yeah.
It'd be already broadcast. It'd be covering their tracks, showing that they on themselves and their vehicles. So to justify what they were doing, they would already shown from the police car angle. We chased this young man to this house. We did such and such, and he did such and such. That's why we ran up in the house. But ain't no such thing happened. So I don't believe that all that happened. Number two, as far as having to beat like that's unnecessary. Step on his neck. He had to pull out no that iron and start beating that young man. That was unnecessary, uncalled for. Truly, it really was. And then you can't fathom, you can't give me no excuse saying that, oh, we had the right to do that. Well, you know what? Take that back. They will use that excuse. Reason
They gonna
being
make some
because
shit up.
they write their own law.
Guarantee
Because they write their own law. So I have a problem with that, because police officers are policing officers. They not held accountable to nobody except for themselves. That's it. So if I'm in office, I'm talking to the our AG about, because that's our highest ranking law person in the state. Yo, what can we do? What needs to be done to get rid of some of these laws, these police officers, and what they? That stuff needs to be addressed wholeheartedly across the board.
Hey, do we even have internal affairs in the city of Flint? The police, the internal affairs. Do we even have that department in Flint?
All of our affairs, they use an outside source to come do the investigation. But then,
Okay,
like Squirrel said, are you going to really go against your own people, going to pitch people like that in front of everybody? No.
right,
So
right,
they
right,
going to try to be biased. They're going to try to be unbiased and get an outside source to look inside. But what you
right,
don't see of your
right,
front vision is that they got somebody going around the back door telling them, hey, don't look at this, don't look at that, focus
ha,
on this right here, because
right.
we
Hey,
don't want to know about it right here.
eternal affairs here is human resources. Clear that for y'all who try to seek to reach eternal affairs here. They're gonna send you to human resources. My thing is with the police, your polices are under oath to serve and protect your constitutional rights. That's the job description of a police officer. Now, when they go through training, and after they train and they become a police officer, they teach them to police officer enforcement. So once you know coincide that shit and they get it confused, they go on the streets thinking, oh yeah, I can enforce the law, because they're not serving the Constitution. They're not protecting the Constitution. They're not protecting the people. They don't care about that part.
Right. Um, while we on the subject of police,
That's what I said. They don't care about that.
no, I know. Hey Thomas, I got another video for you.
Go ahead.
While we on the subject of police. Now this guy right here was paralyzed because of an accident in the back of a police van. Check this out. This happened in Newark, New Jersey. Check this out.
That's
Just hold up, okay? All right, what's up?
Randy Cox was at a block party when New Haven police arrived in response to a weapons complaint. Officers arrested Cox, who they say is an ex-felon and was carrying a firearm illegally. As they were transporting him to jail, Authorities say Officer Oscar Diaz was speeding and came to a sudden stop to avoid an accident. As a result, Cox's head is slammed against the back of the van, which had no seatbelt.
I can't hear you.
Despite Cox's repeated calls for help, it took the officer almost 4 minutes to check on him.
Can you move at all?
I can't move.
Before calling an ambulance to meet him at the police station. When the van arrived, several other officers were waiting and began berating Cox to get out.
Move your leg. Sit up.
Why not listening, bro?
Sit up.
I can't move.
You're not even trying.
About 3 minutes later, they dragged Cox feet first out of the van.
What's going on? Huh?
You ain't cracking. You just drank too much.
Before officers forcefully hoisted him into a wheelchair.
Sit up.
Cox is processed and dragged into a holding cell about 10 minutes after the van arrived at the station.
He's perfectly fine. You want to put these on him? Yeah.
He was placed on the floor where an officer shackled his legs, but he couldn't move as he was paralyzed from the chest down.
Mr. Cox was mistreated. He should have received medical attention immediately. We can't defend anything that was released.
Now, the 5 officers involved are on paid leave pending an investigation. This morning, Cox remains hospitalized in intensive care. Attorney Ben Crump is representing Cox's family as they pursue damages against the city.
We want criminal accountability for those officers, but we also want to see policy changes.
Cox's sister, LaToya Boomer, says she just couldn't finish watching the footage of how officers treated her brother.
It made me sick to my stomach. To treat somebody like that, at what point in time do you believe someone that's saying, I think my neck is broke?
Oh. Man, that's horrible, man. That's what they think about us, Thomas. That shit horrible right there, man.
Yeah.
Paid leave. Paid leave.
Paid leave. A vacation. For breaking my man's neck. That's what a paid leave is.
You see the investigation right there?
Paid
immediate
leave.
Termination. That's what that should have been. Immediate termination.
Exactly.
Everybody that was involved.
Exactly.
Again, they're not gonna hold their own accountable. This shit is just like a rat race.
That's horrible, man.
Yeah, that's bad. I can't
like
even
you
watch
said, they ain't gonna hold them accountable. But that's horrible, man. That's a horrible way to go out, man. You know what I'm saying?
Now you know what's crazy about that though? You know what's crazy about the inside that little paddy wagon? They could have actually handcuffed him. If you look back in the thing, they got little they put like little things in there to handcuff prisoners as they transport them. So they can't be sliding out back and forth around in there. Or 2, when they go to open them, they just can't jump out there and lunge at an officer, kick him in the head. They got shackles to use in it to secure a prisoner. They ain't do that stuff.
Right.
And then even at the dude slammed the brakes and he heard dude's voice. He talking about, I can't hear you. You hear that, man.
Yeah.
If you didn't, how you respond?
Everybody,
man. Yeah,
everybody in that video needs to be fired, man.
Everybody, yeah.
It's shit horrible, man.
And not just fired. Take away their police license. Because you can fire them from that police station, they're trapped for somewhere else and get hired over there.
Yeah, they said the guy that killed Tamura, wasn't that Tamura Rice? They said he ain't got a job somewhere else. Tamura Rice.
That's what they do. Transfer. They transfer that shit. They just transfer him to another station. They get transferred.
He was gonna apply for another job, and then the city council dude said, "No, we're not hiring you." The mayor like, "No, we're not hiring you." So he got rid of him. Yeah, I know about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, man. Praying for that brother, man. His family, man. I see they got Ben Crump on it, so you know what I mean. I know it ain't gonna help him heal up, but hey, brother, that brother need to be compensated for that, man. I don't care what he did. It didn't warrant that.
Definitely. You know? He didn't do nothing until he was tried by his peers and convicted of whatever it is that he was arrested for.
Hey Thomas, what you think about let's get back in some Flint shit. What you think about that $300 water credit, man? The governor, the current mayor is trying to put on the floor.
Man,
What you think about that,
that's a
man?
tease. That's a tease. That's a
Right.
tease. They ain't nothing like here. He buying votes. That's trying to buy some votes with
It ain't too much.
$300.
Hey, Thomas, it ain't
Right
too
now?
much to buy. $300
Yeah, because half of that going to gas. Half of that's going to gas off the rip, and they gonna like, oh, you can apply it to your water bill. Man, get out of here, man. Really? I mean,
Right.
don't get me wrong. I mean, $300 is good and all, but no, man, that's buying votes. Come on, dude.
Man, they trying to make us pay for that poison one way or the other. They trying to make us pay for that poison one way or the other, brother.
Oh, y'all gonna pay for that water?
He said the
somebody
water
gonna pay for that water.
Man, who you telling,
you drink
man?
it if you want to, then go ahead. You drink it you want to, go ahead.
He said it's safe. Yeah, the mayor said it's safe.
They need to get that nigga a tall glass of Northside Kool-Aid. Make him drink it right on the spot if ain't nothing wrong with it. Drink this Northside Kool-Aid, nigga.
If it's that clean, let me see you drink it then, straight from the rip. If it's that clean, let me see you drink it then, man.
Right.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I'll serve you the glass. I'll put ice in it. I'll dip it in the water for you. Here's for the fountain to you, brother. There you go. Drink it with me. You know, let me see you take a nice big, and the country folks say, take a swig of that water. Go ahead, take a big swig. I want to see you get down with it.
That's it.
And I'll wait 2 weeks. Yeah. Well, I'll wait 2 weeks to see how you go about your business in about 2 weeks.
They're paying off for you.
Don't go to Hurley. Don't go to Hurley.
Cold,
don't go to McLaren.
They sure said it. Him and Swanson, him and the sheriff said wasn't nothing wrong with the water. They said it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Right. Well, you know what? If the water that clean, you can sell me a bridge downtown for $1, so I can try everybody crossing the water. I'll believe that. You sell me that bridge, I'm putting up tolls. You got to pay to cross my bridge. Yeah, okay. The hell you said?
Hey, before you leave, one more thing, bro. I just wanted to put on your mind, like while you running for office, I support you. I support every black man who's innovative, doing something special. Make sure they don't take you away from the community. Like that's the goal. That's the purpose. Like people gonna always have a complaint when the community is not running like it should be. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So once you focus on that part and building the community, everything else outside of the community in the legal field of politics will come. It will come good for you because you always gonna have the people behind you. You know.
So this part of my agenda, to be honest with you. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, brother. Go ahead. You got the flow.
So like part of my agenda, like I want to come back to the schools and talk to the students and talk to the superintendent and keep these kids engaged and keep on inspiring as much as I can. I mean, of course, I can't be there every day because I still got to do work in Lansing on the state level, but on the city level and county level, I can be here as much as I'm not giving my home up here in Flint. So I gotta come home every day. So while I'm here, then the days I can be here, I got no problem going to the schools, talking to these kids, letting them see like, yo, you can do this or you can do that, asking what their future plans is, sitting down with them and helping them get there. You know, because we got some trouble kids here that need that type of inspiration, that need a little kick in the pants every now and then, put a little spark on their ass, and hey, you got it, man. Don't give up, just keep on pushing, get them some inspiration because they see somebody on a higher coming down to the low, talk to them, they feel important now. Like that person really give a damn about me. And I'm not one of the people that just say I give a damn. If I'm really coming to the school and talking to people, then yeah, I give a damn about you. Because I don't have to come here, but I choose to and I want to, because I want to see you do better. I want to see you do good.
Hey, so it's safe to say that you agree with me when I say we need more mentors and big homies in the hood, you know what I mean, around the city, right?
Yeah, we do need that. Like, okay, so for instance, not trying to put y'all on blast. Y'all already said it. Y'all both been on lock. Y'all both been on lockdown before, right? Y'all both been behind the bars. Okay.
Yeah.
From y'all experience, y'all can teach young men behind and waiting for them and how they get treated. And it's all I'm not trying to say give them no scared straight type of stuff, but give them like, yo, you don't need to be doing it. This ain't for you. This ain't for you. And like I told you before, like my uncle, he do Turning Point in Lansing. We can bring it here to Flint, open that mentorship. All these black churches we got with black men inside of them, and not just do it for the men, do it for the young black girls. Because my true belief is this: right now, us, in order to have a better kingdom of black people, our kings need to step up and be kings. Don't just say you're a king and then you don't act like a king. You don't look like a Phil. You don't act like a king. That's no. We need you to be kings. And when you start acting like a king, then you know what? Then our women, they'll get in line. They'll start acting like, not just dressing with you, mama being influenced by what they say on TV. Our kids will start acting better, put some act right back in them, change their whole mindset, get that thing flowing. But it start with us as the men. So we got to show that leadership and provide that leadership and that guide in the right direction.
Okay.
So I can't do it all by myself, but I don't mind being the catalyst, be the snowball to get it rolling. I ain't got no problem with it.
Right. Absolutely. You got any thing else you want to add, man? You coming back Friday, right? When we do the forum and the light debate with all the candidates. You coming back Friday, right?
You know I'm coming back. You know it. You know I'm coming back. I want it.
I'll
bring them on.
Man.
Bring them on.
I want
to bring them up, bro.
You got anything you want to add, bro? Before we go.
Look, when it comes to this politics game, it ain't nothing personal. It's just all business. And my business is taking care of the people. That's what I'm about doing. So I ain't sugarcoating nothing. I ain't hiding behind nobody. I don't run with the city, but Thomas James Harris Jr. I'm a one-man army on my own 2 feet. So everything I got, I work for on my own. One nothing given. So if I'm come to this, doing it. I'm doing it. Because I ain't taking that one. I ain't put out one sign. I ain't put no political ads out. I ain't asked for no donations. Everything I did came from my hard work, my own pockets, out of my brow and sweat that I put forth. So I know you do it.
All right.
And that's just what it's gonna be.
Y'all heard him. He said for the people. That's Thomas J. Harris Jr., man. State rep candidate, 7th district. We're gonna see him again Friday. He'll be back. Well, we got DeJuan Robinson coming up. We got Rich Jones coming up. Trevor Berryhill and Thomas J. Harris. That's this Friday, man. Tap in at 7:00, man. Once again, Thomas, I appreciate you, bro, and you know you're welcome on here anytime, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit,
Hey, man, thank you.
Out of here.
It was nice meeting you. I appreciate that, man.
All
thank
right,
you.
brother. All right, thank you.
All right, gang.
All right.